Before we go selling things though, do you like anything that's equipped? Definitely on her, yes. Because you've got 14 with a -1 dexterity with your chain shirt. It's 15 with a -1 dexterity. But again, you would then look like a Githyanki. And you have the disadvantage on stealth rolls, which is not ideal, let's just say. Okay, buddy, you know you want to wear it, let's face it. Isn't he going to look gorgeous? And that has a disadvantage. So what you're wearing is actually the best thing for you. So you're currently doing burning, but you're doing 1d6 slashing. They could be doing 1d8 plus 1 bludgeoning. No, you can't use it, never mind. It's a martial weapon. Take all of that back. I don't really want to get rid of that, but what are you wearing? Take that instead. I'm not so bothered by that. No one's using that. Great club. No one's using that. Nope. It's two-handed, so nope. And that's the robe that we weren't using. And that's sorrow, which I'd love to use, but it is not for anybody except for Lae'zel. Ow. I would love to give that. What I want to do is once we get the game released, I'm fairly certain, unless I change my mind to a later date, I'm going to play a paladin, and she's going to be a two-handed paladin, and I would like to have that. The problem is, how do I get the proficiency with glaives and martial weapons? That's a concern for a later date, because she may have it by default or she may not. Let's worry about that later. But that's what I want to do, in which case sorrow would be useful. Where did I get sorrow? Was sorrow the reward for the druids? In which case I can't kill the druids because I need, you know, with the goblins and stuff, because I would need the key to get access to it. Although, can I? I don't know that Halzan would have it on his body. Just because he gave it to me doesn't mean he'd have it technically on his body when he died. He might, but he might not, in which case I still need it to get through. Huh. Okay, that's a thing. So, no, we're going to sell this turret and we're going to sell that. Okay, and I don't think I have anything absolutely useful on me. And no better bows. Just a mighty shame. Yep, no, I think we're pretty good. And as much as I really like that, I think I'm just going to sell it as well. At least the dragon's grasp is light. And it both has fire. Oh no, yours is fairy fire. Mine is like literal fire. I'll take the literal fire, thank you. Oops, wrong person. Can't believe these bodies are still smouldering. Actually, I can't believe the bodies are still here. You think they would have gone already with time, but nope. Still here. Hey, flower. Right, let's go sell some shit. There's also something I want to do before I leave. I was looking at some things because I was confused about how you could possibly kill Korga, and I have figured out how to do it. There's no point telling you because it's going to be like a year before I do it, in which case I'm probably going to forget, but hey. And in doing so, I found out that she gives you a key, which I knew about because I have her key, Korga's key, but I found out what it unlocks, so I need to go unlock it while I'm here.
It'll take a while for us.
Does he not have enough cash? Oh shit. Oh shit.
May you keep balance.
Yep. Let's talk to you again and get your money back.
It'll take a while for us all. Of course.
Oh, he doesn't? That sometimes works. Alrighty then.
Keep that.
It's fine. I'll just go down the hill, talk to what's-her-face. So the other traders have disappeared, which is bloody inconvenient, can I just say? Bloody inconvenient. Like, who am I supposed to trade with? Am I able to get a trader? Has she disappeared now? Far out. There's no one here. Except the rats and Liam. Wait, Liam's here. Liam? Where's Liam? There he is. No?
Parasites.
Am I just blind?
Given your own nature.
nature. Are you really the one to judge?
There he is. Yeah, do you guys know where any traders are? I've got none and I'm
The
fucked.
adventurer sleeps soundly, his breath
I'm
steady.
so glad he made it back.
His wounds expertly bandaged.
Master Halson's past his prime.
Do any of you know where a stupid
I think it's
bloody
high time
trader
you all
is?
left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough.
Where were you during the
Within the
attack?
inner sanctum, of course. It is not for us to fight your battle.
It's your own bloody battle, you sanctimonious prick. You disgust me.
I assure you, the feeling is mutual.
Go take an arrow up the arse, sir. What the fuck am I supposed to do if there's no fucking traders? What, like literally, what am I supposed to do? He's the only trader I know. The only trader. The only other trader was that dude who had the artist in possession down at the Zentarum hideout, but I couldn't actually trade goods with him, I don't think. I think I could only talk to him about trading the artist. Far out. What am I supposed to do? Well, this door's open now. Is there an alchemist in residence? Okay, no, the door is closed. Is knocking an option? I mean, there's no one in there anyway. And that's just a passage around. I literally have no one else to trade with except this dude. Do I have to go to my camp, have a long rest, and then come back and sell the rest of my shit? Because that's friggin' inconvenient. Like, unbelievably so. Am I meant to have a I feel like I'm meant to get my own trader along the way, but I haven't come across anybody who I can bring into my camp. Oh, Korga is suddenly dead here. Why is she suddenly dead here? We already looted her, so there'll be nothing there. Except some tar we didn't want. None of these people are traders. You're at tables, but you're not a trader.
Dark time. We're free of the goblins.
Oh, this is horrible.
But
This
the
is the lady who
grove
was
is
mean to
changed.
me.
Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halcyon to guide
I still
us.
haven't forgiven you for being a bitch to me, so whatever, lady. We're just gonna have to rest and come back, I guess. Now, I don't actually know where the thing I'm looking for is, just that it's here. I'm looking for a chest. A chest belonging to Korga. It looked like it was around an edge, but I don't really know what edge and where. Although I can't see it on any of those edges, so... shit out of luck already. Is it over here? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did think it said I thought it said it was a white box. It's meant to be here somewhere. No, I could have sworn it was by water. That's why I looked over on these edges, because... Where's the damn chest? I don't think that's a place I can actually get to. Well, this is shit. I might have to Google it again. She's meant to have a white chest somewhere. What's this room? Have we been into this room before? Oh, is this Halson's room? Oh my. We haven't been... Servants' quarters. No, we haven't been to this room before. Like a chest. Backpack. I don't know what it's called. That's not it. And I don't want to steal from them. Where on earth is it? I'm actually gonna have to Google this, which is dumb. Where was it? It's not this. I swear it said it was white. There! It's there, but how the freak do I get there? Do I just go behind? I go behind. Okay, it's not white. It must have been the white pillars that were in the shot that made me think that chest was white. But we found it. You have the key! You're the only one with keys on you, right? You have the key. You picked it off her body. And I was like, what's this key to? Use it. You have the key. You have the key. What are you doing, you absolute idiot? Shadowheart, will you have more luck with this blasted key? What the hell? Hey, Astarion, you're going to have to pick the lock because these guys are absolute tools. You absolute idiots. What was the point in getting the key if you didn't need the bloody key? Sheesh. Now, the whole point of doing all of this, other than to get pissed off by buggy game mechanics, is to read these letters. These letters were very important and probably would have come in handy earlier on had I known that they were there. Valdorn's Canticle, the Shadow Druid's Doctrine. Read. The book's spine is limber from overuse. The corner of one page is folded inwards. Balance is a myth. Where any clan treads, nature struggles. Unity is a fiction. Men of mere flesh seek only to tame beast and raise flora. We are the thunder, and we are the rain. We shatter mankind and grow new life in its place. That sounds horrible. But this is the more important one. Was it torn note? The marks crisscrossing the page don't look scribed so much as slashed. Korga, Swamp Docks, Tree, Meet Me, Alone, Oladan. I have no idea who Oladan is, but those Swamp Docks might be what I saw on that map. You know how there was the map and the Druid circles here, and all the way down the bottom past the shipwreck was a place I said I hadn't been. Is that what they mean by Swamp Docks? I actually don't know further than that. I just know that getting these notes is supposed to put something on your map. Because you're supposed to be able to find out that... I already read this. I don't know what that's about. You're supposed to be able to find out that Korga is actually in correspondence with some group called the Shadow Druids, which is a bad thing. I don't really know what they advocate, but from that first note, that sounds bloody horrible. And so you can find this trek at the swamp place, wherever that is, and then you can find out more evidence that she's conspiring with these Shadow Druids, and then you can either kill her at that point and take on Oladan, or whatever. You get to a point where you can actually kill her without killing Wrath, and Wrath actually helps you kill her once you've gotten enough evidence and stuff, so that's something I would like to do next time around. I bloody want to kill a bitch with my own hands, because it's going to be glorious, but I need the evidence for it. Path to Moonrise Towers. Yeah, okay, so I haven't gotten anything for this dock here. I mean, I'm not assuming it's that dock. It could be that for all I know, but I'm assuming it's this place I haven't been to, which is a really bad assumption to make, I know. So I don't know. Do I think there's any point going back down to the water? I mean, I kind of don't really think there's any point, because I think swamp. This isn't swampy, this is just beachy. But irrelevant at this point in time. I think it's irrelevant because she's dead. I think that's why it's not triggering anything on the map. It doesn't matter now. She's very, very dead. Alrighty. Let's long rest. Just so I can... Oh, hi. Yeah, Lae'zel, don't blame me, by the way.
Damn thing. It has to open, surely. It has to do something.
What is it?
Shadowheart's attention is consumed by a strange box that she turns over.
Is there something you picked up on the ship? Because it looks awfully familiar.
The box is inscribed with glyphs, similar to those used by the Githyanki.
Why don't you just ask Lae'zel? A Githyanki artifact. How did you come by that?
In an instant, Shadowheart hides the box from view.
keep out of it.
I like what she's wearing. I do like it. What's the matter? No need to be so secretive. You can trust me.
A bold statement, if not an accurate one. Leave me be.
Oh, why do you have your weapons on you? God damn it. Gale, apparently you wish to speak with me. It's an about. Oh, this is the second night. You're supposed to tell me the truth now, aren't you?
Good evening to
Oh
you.
shit, what an angle.
I take it you're here to pick me up on that bedtime story you were promised.
Damn straight I am.
Marvellous.
I
A
forgot I
story
gave
full of
him that.
answers long overdue.
Oh, that's
It's
hilarious.
the story of a man who fell in love with a goddess.
You did what now? And yeah, next playthrough, we're not giving anybody anything for their head. Shadowheart can keep what she's got, and the rest of us can just go without. Unless I find a way to hide it, in which case, yes. But until then, no, even if they are magical. But wait, God, Sounds like you're an idiot, but let's keep going. Regale me, Gale. It's as clear as day you're talking about yourself, you know. Just tell me what's really going on, will you? No, we'll play along.
Thank you.
Nah.
Once upon a time, not quite that long ago, there lived a wizard in a tower. The wizard
course.
was what one might call a prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, like a musician or a poet. Such was his skill that it earned him the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, Mystra.
You know, I find my lack of connection to this world troubling. Because my D&D is set in Eberron, I have a completely different set of gods that my character and the other characters of the session, you know, all relate to, and I'm learning their god system. And then my Pathfinder game, I'm, you know, connecting with all the gods and stuff there. I don't know the gods of this world. So it should be like, oh my gosh, Mystra, whatever he pronounced the name, is like, oh my gosh, really? It's like, I've got no sense of wow. I don't really know her. But in any case, what did the attention feel like? He sounds like a very talented individual. Don't need to stoke his ego.
Love. Perhaps it was not quite love, but you see, the wizard was but a very young man. It was most certainly love to him. Mistress showed him the secrets beneath the veils.
She played you like a fiddle.
Gossamer veils first, draped across the weave. The delicate veils next, draped across her body. Chosen one, she whispered. She slipped them off completely.
Are you telling me the wizard made love to a goddess? The veils draped across the weave? Finally, the story gets interesting. Yeah, we'll stick with the first option.
Yes.
That must have
Until
been
one day, all too
interesting.
soon, the whispers stopped. The goddess spurned the mortal. The veils were drawn once more, and the wizard was left behind, heartbroken.
Human women must seem, or mortal women rather, will seem pale in comparison to a goddess. You're fucked for life, sir. Poor wizard. What happened next? I hate to say it, but he really could have seen them. I mean, personally, I'm with option number 3, but poor wizard.
Poor wizard. Silly wizard, too. For he wouldn't take no for an answer. Like so many of the
so
heartbroken,
sad.
he did something infinitely foolish.
You bound yourself to her?
One has to think big if one seeks to win back a goddess. So the wizard thought
Oh
big.
no. Define big. I assume he did more than buy my Let me guess. He proposed? Oh, as if she would be moved by that.
Here goes.
Yep.
Once upon a time, very long ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower.
What's with all these people living
a
in
flying
towers?
Tower, to be precise.
Okay.
I'll save his story for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed.
That sounds
but
bad.
not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned
What?
to stone. The magic unleashed that day was phenomenal.
All because of one man?
Rolling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. A fragment of it was caught and sealed away in a book. No ordinary book, mind you. A tome of gateways that contained within it a bubble of astral plane. It was a fragment of primal weave locked out of time. Locked away from Mystra herself. What if, the silly wizard thought, what if after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess?
What was the answer to his question? That's not thinking big. That's thinking like a madman. And the wizard happened to have this book on hand? That's just complicating things.
The answer was to try, and the outcome was to fail. Here,
elaborate
hand
with
over my
the
heart.
fail aspect.
Let me show you.
You feel the
Okay.
tadpole quiver
Oh, Jesus.
as you realize
Positioning.
Gale is letting you in.
Oh no.
Into the dark.
Positioning.
You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book, bound, then suddenly open.
Is that why you wanted the book
Inside there are
earlier
no
on?
pages. Only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws. It's unstoppable as it digs through you and becomes part of you.
Typos should have
And
no
gods,
apostrophes
is it
here, but that one's
ever
correct.
hungry?
But whatever. Yank your hand away. How are you still alive?
Of all things, magic. This Netherese taint, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed.
Can we get
As long as
rid
it
of it?
absorbs weave, it remains stable, to an extent. The moment it becomes unstable,
Oh yeah,
however,
I just sold that shit, soz. So why haven't you tried to get Mistra to take the orb from you into herself, since it was technically partially originally her essence? Though it sounds like it has been tainted somewhat by the Lord of the Tower. Yeah.
it will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of
Boy,
Netherese
please
magic,
don't take me with you.
I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry.
I like
in
living.
A level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You're literally a walking bomb. Great. I'm sorry, that is a horrible burden to bear. You're telling me I've been accompanied by a primed explosive all this time? I mean, aren't we all with the parasite? I should goddamn kill you.
It is my truth, finally revealed. It is this folly that led Mistra to abandon me completely.
Oh.
I can only hope that you won't abandon me
So
as
she
well,
didn't want her essence
after all
back?
we've been through.
Strange lady.
Surely we can brave
Goddess.
even this side by side.
Yes, side by side it is. No, this is too large a betrayal. Our journey will continue together will continue for better for us. No, but side by side it is.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. It is an honor to call you a friend. Many challenges
wow,
lie ahead,
friend
but in this
zoned.
moment I believe nothing to be
Ouch.
insurmountable.
I
What do you
guess I didn't
say?
have enough approval.
Should we call it a night? Or do you have
I mustn't have
questions
high
for
enough
me?
approval with him. Are you still in love with Mistra? Oh, maybe he's not open to a relationship. What would permanently rid you of the orb? We'll ask about the love.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. She's my muse still. The embodiment of magic. But the embodiment of love? Only if we ever meet again will I know.
What would permanently rid you of the orb?
The orb was kept safe and inert in a pocket of astral plane, suspended in time. If I can somehow manage to expel it from my body while in the astral plane, it will be rendered inert again. Alternatively, I could
Okay.
learn to control its chaotic magic. That is, to succeed where I failed before. Without Mistra's favor, I don't see how that may come to pass. Of course, there could be different answers as well. Faerun brims with more magic than any one wizard could fathom, let alone comprehend. Who knows what outlandish solutions may yet present themselves?
So we have to find a way to expel it from your body and to find a way to the astral plane, because quite frankly, I have absolutely no idea how to get there, Gale. I mean, you might, but I have no clue. Wait, you were going to access a teleport eventually, weren't you? Or is that a lower than level 10? No, wait, that's higher than level 10 spell for a wizard, isn't it? Oh, what level did Caleb get teleport at? No, he had it fairly early. It must be within your grasp then, so we could teleport to the astral plane, but you have to know the runes to get there.
Good night, then. And thank you.
Friend zoned. Son of a bitch.
How can I help?
I think I have a magical artifact you'd be interested in. Well, I mean, we got rid of all the rest. That protocol of yours, why make it so difficult?
The instructions were easy enough, weren't they? If slightly elaborate.
I didn't follow
Like
them.
I said, I'm dangerous even in death. I'm merely trying to protect those around me. I find that a healthy amount of theatrics, a voice from the beyond, a magic flute, a friendly, if highly combustible magma method, tends to make for a more compelling case. If nothing else, I'm sure I piqued your curiosity.
I'm almost tempted to let him die again so that I can actually do this the correct way around this time. I was wondering about that mighty lord you told me about in your story.
Ah, yes. Karsus.
Karsus.
Karsus was perhaps
So he
the
was
most
turned to stone, you
powerful
said.
wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves
Is he
called
stoned
him.
in his tower?
And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistral, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistral sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistral, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more.
Although I
An event
suppose
that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
he would have been in the tower on Netheril, which would have crashed, so he'd just be dust on the ground, would he not? Where did Netheril land? Can we check the ruins? So at that moment in time, all magic was gone. Nothing good ever comes from mortals wanting to be gods, true fact. You have to admire the man's ambition. He very nearly succeeded. Oof, I don't know how to admire that.
For a spell, Mistral was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
Don't worry, we'll fix Gale's folly. If you ever feel another reason magic is overtaking you, what will you do?
If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am.
Oh, come
worst comes
now.
to
You're
worst,
not a menace.
I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Why did you have to turn around? It's kind of awkward. I mean, what artifacts do I even have
That
on
is
me?
most gratifying
Is
to
this something I
hear.
gave him to wear?
May I?
Why does it always choose that one? I'm not giving him.
I urge you, please.
No. And you don't have anything extra to say.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
Ooh, if you're gonna tell me more, I'm all ears. You said he was your master. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to. No, not really.
I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good.
No, it shall not.
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's
He's
Gate.
in Baldur's Gate.
The patriarch of his coven,
Well,
and a monster
shit.
obsessed with power.
We could be in Baldur's Gate for a very long
Not
time.
political power or
Evidently.
military power. I mean power over people. The power to control them
I
completely.
mean, he's a vampire, duh.
He turned me nearly 200 years ago.
Oh my.
I became his spawn. And he became my
How did they let you become a magistrate? Out of curiosity. So you were a slave. How were you turned? Did he attack your tormentor? What did he do?
A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on.
Sounds like an absolute peach. That sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. You're free now. Enjoy that freedom. Quite a sob story. What's your point?
Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there, and they might not be the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
So we've got to watch out for vampires attacking us willy-nilly. We've got to watch out for Gale just spontaneously combusting. We've got to watch out for Shadowheart doing whatever the frig she's doing all suspicious like in the corner. No one knows what the hell Lae'zel's, deal is, because she won't bloody talk. Will's going to shiv me in the back at some point in time for siding with the goblins. This is not a very friendly party. I'll watch your back, don't worry. You keep me safe and I'll do the same. Oh no, my friend. Vampires come looking for you. You're on your own.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
I mean, I wish we could talk about more, but there isn't exactly... Oh, I don't want to talk to Will. He's such a downer.
All that time I reckoned Halcyon held our cure. Seems the frontier's grown a few thorns.
Indeed.
The good news is we haven't gone full squiddy.
Yes.
Where a cure's concerned, I like our chances.
Makes one of us. What should we do next?
We find someone to coax out our Wrigley visitors. I've had just about enough.
It's like
Lae'zel says
barely
a
been a
gift
week.
creche is the answer. It's time we check it out.
I mean, we just murdered a patrol, which I thought was a patrol we're supposed to be looking for, but maybe it isn't. Maybe there's some more gift down the road. Should I then be taking Lae'zel with me when I go out in the morning? I really don't want to. I really don't want this crazy lady in my party. She's just really not very...
Speak.
Case in point, she's just not really approachable. You can stay in camp. I'm going to go try this prickly woman again, though I'll get nowhere. And all I do displeases
Something the
her.
matter?
I cannot do a single thing that pleases this woman. No. I want to ask about that strange magic again. What was that? I still think he was over me. What's the story of the old artifact to have the box? Oh, everything is just going to antagonize her.
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
It is so difficult to please you. So she's a cleric of Shah, right? Actually, C was the button. Oh, C's freaking crouch. What do I want? B. B? I think I want a B. What's the other one? N, character sheet. Actually, I don't even know if this is what I want. Yes, so she's a cleric of Shah. Shah is the goddess of darkness, secrets, and loss. Forever in conflict with her twin sister Saloon, Shah's clerics poison the world with fear and suffering while stealing forbidden knowledge in her name. I wonder... I haven't tried making a cleric, but I wonder if... oh, I'm level 4. I completely forgot that. If I'm capable of being a paladin of Shah. Again, paladin's not in the game yet, so I was kind of going by the clerics' religions as a base. Or if it'd be funnier to be a paladin of Saloon. I mean, it would totally be my preference, not gonna lie. But it would be kind of painful to be opposite of her, because then there's absolutely no way in hell she's divulging her secrets to me. So it would be easier to be of the same religion as her. But I don't think she's going to open up to anybody unless you have good rolls, and I haven't succeeded a single roll with her. Oh, it just outright says she's evil. Evil clerics are driven to conquer and corrupt Faerun in service to their gods. I mean, I haven't noticed her evil tendencies. She's blunt and to the point and pretty callous, but I wouldn't say she's evil. I swear we're supposed to have a trader here. It just feels weird. In any case, let's go rest. No, not you. You. I still haven't used my illithid abilities. Oh my gosh, we need to get a handle on these. Yeah, these headpiece.